A nerdy, contemporary, bookish Beauty and the Beast retelling? Yes, please. Hello readers! I recently read Bookish and the Beast by Ashley Poston. This arc was provided to me by Quark Books, so thank you, Quark. They also later sent me the hardcover finished copy of Bookish and the Beast along with the paperback version of The Princess and the Fangirl, which I did give away and was won by Just To You Services. It's in the mail, Jess, so you should be getting that sometime soon. I already owned Geekerella and The Princess and the Fangirl, but I own them in paperback. So when I received the hardcover version and saw how gorgeous it was and the end papers, and it's just so pretty, I went out and decided to get Geekerella and The Princess and the Fangirl in hardcover. Bookish and the Beast is the third book in the Once Upon a Con series. And while I think that you can read it as a standalone, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it. Ashley Poston does such a good job of creating her world. There is a TV show called Starfield, and in the first book, which is a Cinderella retelling, Geekerella, the main character is running Excelsicon, which is a convention based on the Starfield fandom. The characters from the first and second book do make cameo appearances in Bookish and the Beast, and I would hate for anyone to miss those. Bookish and the Beast is told in two perspectives, one being the perspective of Rosie, who is in high school and loves to read, and her dad works at the library. And then we have Vance, who is an actor and plays General Sand in Starfield. This does include a hate to love romance, and what I felt was really unique about Bookish and the Beast was the fact that I was given an opportunity to really hate the love interest in the previous book. He was a bit of a jerk. I don't usually walk into hate to love romances with so much existing emotion, to the point where I was actually uncertain whether I wanted to read it. I disliked him so much. I didn't want to have empathy for him. I didn't want to like him, but Ashley Poston, man, I think she made a good decision here. Vance Raines is a bit of a bad boy. He's gotten into some trouble, and his stepdad has sent him away to go hang out in a house and find himself, meditate, try to come to terms with what's happening in his career, and he's about to turn 18. So they kind of sent him away to keep him out of trouble, and he ends up staying in someone's mansion in this small town. And again, he's a celebrity, so he really has to lay low to make sure paparazzi doesn't show up and people find him and all that other stuff. I don't want to say too much, but Rosie and Vance's paths collide. There's an accident. A very expensive book is destroyed, and in order to reimburse the owners of the house, Rosie agrees to clean and organize the house's library. Up until this point, Vance has just been hanging out and being grumpy and upset and frustrated and depressed, and so those involved thought maybe it would be a good idea if he helped her organize the library as well. Is that she's able to write LGBTQ characters just existing and living their best life. Also, Rosie's dad's presence was really funny, as a lot of people kind of had a crush on him, but he was also super supportive, and I just loved his role in this story. There is also a Latinx character in here named Elias, who is a friend and kind of a mentor to Vance, and he's also hanging out and taking care of the mansion that they're in, and also just looking after him to make sure that he stays out of trouble. In my written review, I said he's kind of like a Latinx Lumiere, a little bit, not really, sort of, kind of. I absolutely love Ashley Poston's Once Upon a Con series. This book was no different. I also give it 5 stars on Goodreads, and I am so impressed that she was able to make me fall in love with a character that I already hated. I really hope she continues writing in this series and that it doesn't ever end. I think she has lots of fairy tales to pull inspiration from, considering that they're all based on retellings, but they're so unique in regards to how she's created this geeky, nerdy world. There's tons of pop culture references in here. There were a few Harry Potter references as well. I do realize this was written a while ago, so I don't know if authors are going to take the time to catch up, but if that's something that might bother you, then at least you know. I've said this once before, but I really feel like Excelsicon might be based off of, at least its description, on Dragon Con. They are just the descriptions, even though I haven't attended Dragon Con, I always think of it. I don't know if Ashley Poston kind of resides near there or if she's just been there many times, but it definitely gives a Dragon Con vibe. So really, if you're into geeky, nerdy stuff and cons, I think that you'll like this book. Here's something I go back and forth on, and out of curiosity, how do you feel about pop culture references in what you're reading? Do you love it? Does it make you squee? Do you get super excited? Do you find it dates the story? Does it feel cringy? How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.